From 1964, Mario Bava directs one of the greatest gialli films, one that kind of encapsulates everything I think of when I think of gialli, and it's just so wonderfully colourful, atmospheric, in your face, with one of the most iconic villains of all time in my eyes. I was really excited when Arrow Video announced they were doing Blood and Black Lace. I was curious about the 4K. I wanted to jump on it. I wanted to experience it again. And you get thrown into this world of a modelling company at the start of it. We see someone out in a windswept gothic horror house on the phone, telling her kind of tale. She's got some information, and then we see that character brutally murdered, and this is the kind of catalyst for the story. This person who's been murdered, as we find out, has left a diary with all her dirty dealings that she seems to have with everybody. So everybody kind of wants to get their hands on this diary, none more so than the masked killer who will do anything to get their hand on it first.
Guardate che ho trovato. Isabella teneva un diario.
Blood and Black Lace is renowned for the use of colour, the creating this aesthetic of these brightly neon lights, these use of mannequins that are red, the use of shadows are wonderfully astute within this one. There's a moment particularly I love where we get that iconic killer. It's standing there like a mannequin, the lights flicker on, we see it, they go off, they come back on, and it's gone. It's such a great chilling moment. It's done terrifically well, and it's effective, and this movie itself is extremely effective in creating this atmosphere, this tension, this mood. Everything culminates wonderfully well with what Bav is doing here, from the lights to the cast to the look, the production values to the bloody deaths that happen here. And there are plenty of deaths, they are grotesque, they are bloody, they're in your face, and you get to see them in all their horrid glory, which I just love about this one. The look is always the thing that's kind of talked about when it comes to Blood and Black Lace. The look of the killer, the look of the colours, the cinematography, how it's all set out. But one of the things that Bava does to, I'd say, elevate this amongst his contemporaries is to have this wonderful story at the heart of it, and to bolster it with tension and atmosphere, which he is constantly setting up throughout it. And it's one of those films that takes that tension to almost breaking point, pushing you further and further before either breaking your heart or making things turn out to be okay. There's a moment where the killer has just attacked someone in a room. The police have arrived. The killer takes the body and is dragging it away to do some nefarious things later on, and you get this wonderful shot of a staircase of the killer creeping up there, dragging the body, and the police meandering up the stairs, and you are screaming at the TV, move quicker, come on, catch it. I mean, I know what's going to happen. I've seen this film a few times, but it always gets me to that edge of frustration with that wonderful atmosphere that it has. It's just absolutely perfection. We get a range of characters here that are absolutely terrific, and a detective that's on point with what he's doing. He knows exactly how to go about his investigation. Doesn't seem bumbling, it seems rather astute. He gets everybody together. He's got his 5 suspects, and he is positive that this group of men, one of them is the killer, and it adds a whole new spin to the typical gialli where we have multiple red herrings. This time we've got 5 people. We know one of them that is the killer, except another murder happens and everything's just thrown up in the air, and we are wonderfully back into this horrid tale.
Eppure avrei giurato che il colpevole fosse uno dei 5 uomini che abbiamo fermato.
Ora dovremo rilasciarli immediatamente.
Per forza. Questa volta hanno davvero tutti quanti un alibi di ferro.
Blood and Black Lace is fantastic. This disc looks amazing. I thought it was terrific. The colours really pop on this one. It's one to kind of show off what the format can do, and if you haven't seen it, I love it. I highly recommend it. Let's dive into this disc and see which extras they have on show here. Here we are in the disc for the great Giallo Blood and Black Lace. We'll go into the special features. Now, it should be mentioned that all these special features were on the previous Arrow release that came out in 2015, I believe. We have a commentary by Tim Lucas. We have Psychoanalysis, a feature-length documentary on Blood and Black Lace and the origins of Giallo with Dario Argento, Lamberto Bava, Ernesto Gastaldi, Roberto Curti, Steve Della Casa, Carlo Luccitelli. It's got a wealth of people. It's a great addition, touching on the aspects of this film and of Giallo in general. We have Helen Cater and Bruno Ferrazzi, an appreciation of Blood and Black Lace by the creative team behind Amère and the Strange Colour of Your Body's Tears, which is 10 minutes 35 seconds, just talking about why they love Giallo and this movie so much. Gender and Giallo, a visual essay by author Michael Mackenzie, exploring Giallo's relationship with social upheavals of the 60s and 70s. Now, I really like these kind of visual essays because they attune a lot of what's happening in the movie to political or current climate at the time the film is made. Things that I'm usually not that knowledgeable on, so it's always very insightful. Blood and Bava is 11 minutes 20 seconds. And it's a panel discussion on Mario Bava featuring Dario Argento and Lamberto Bava and Steve Della Casa, recorded at a film festival. Pretty much just a kind of Q&A. Then we have The Sinister Image, which is 56 minutes 25 in total if you play all. It's an episode of David Duval's TV series devoted to Cameron Mitchell, the star of Blood and Black Lace, talking about his career, about the films, just about touching about everything. It's quite in depth and rather fun. We have the US opening, which is 1 minute 54 seconds. We have the theatrical trailer, which is 3 minutes 24, and of course the image galleries. And that's the on-disc extras for this. But it also comes with original artwork, a hard box case, and a 60-page book, as well as double-sided poster with 2 various options and 6 double-sided collector's postcards. That's the complete extras for Blood and Black Lace. There we have it, Blood and Black Lace. Pick it up. You won't be sorry. It's fantastic. I cannot rave about this one highly enough. I would love to know your opinion on this film. Whether you love it or whether you don't, which I would find strange. But I'd still be interested in your opinion nonetheless. There is more content up here where you can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon, membership program and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.